I have been obsessed with virtual reality since the first time I tried it. From PC VR to standalone Quest, I truly believe this technology is the future, and I can't wait for this tech to advance more and more as the years go by. Typically, players interact with VR environments through the headset itself and controllers which track your hands. In the case of the Valve Index, these controllers, dubbed the Knuckles, actually give you hand presence in VR, tracking your fingers individually, which, believe it or not, makes a crazy amount of difference when it comes to immersion. So what about your bottom half? Normally people just use the thumbsticks to move their character in whatever game they're playing, and VR games of this type are still really immersive, but full body tracking has always seemed like too much effort to me. That's where these little guys come in. These are the Vive Tracker 3.0s, which you've probably seen before, and they can be used to track either your whole body or even objects such as keyboards when you're in VR. There's actually a ton of uses for these other than body tracking, but I'm going to be focusing on the body tracking application in this video. For so long, I've wondered, is full body even worth it? I've been a full body denier for years. After all, like I said earlier, most games just use a thumbstick to move anyway. How much of a difference can it even make? I'll try to answer that in as short a time as possible. To start off with, these are prohibitively expensive. Each tracker is upwards of £100 each, but these are the all-round best option and the most readily available on the market. You're going to need at least 3 for a basic full body setup, 1 for each foot and 1 for your waist, so over £300 for the trackers plus taxes, shipping and handling, so you're looking at more than £400. There are other cheaper alternatives releasing, such as the Tundra trackers or Slime VR, but good luck getting hold of those. They seem to be perpetually sold out, which is a shame. Hopefully this changes in the near future. To quickly go over the setup, you need to have multiple base stations for these to track. Not a problem if you have a headset like the Index, which comes with 2 of them included, but this is something to take note of if you use a different headset. Please ignore the fact that I have a large box obscuring the view of this base station. I'm well aware of how dumb this is. You also need to have 3 USB slots for these little dongle things. They come with their own docks and cables, and I managed to get by using a cheap USB 3 hub in place of disconnecting my mouse, keyboard, grandma's life support every time I wanted to use the trackers. You also need to figure out how to get these trackers attached to the parts of your body that you want to track. And I'm not spending over £50 to £100 on some straps. For the feet, I got some old shoes and laced around 1 tracker on each foot. The waist was a little more tricky. For this quick test video, I just screwed the tracker into my base station wall mounts and tucked the wall mount into my waistband. It worked surprisingly well, but this is a temporary solution only. They paired really easily as controllers in the Steam VR setup menu, and what I didn't show here is that you need to click Manage Trackers, then set each one to its relevant position, such as left foot, waist, right foot. This is important so that Steam VR can remember which one is which if you log out and back in. Now when you load into VR chat, instead of the sitting or standing toggles on the quick menu, you'll have a button that says Calibrate FBT. This calibration will also happen by default when switching avatars. Your feet and hips control the white balls, so you just need to move the white balls until they meet the right spots on your avatar. Raise your arms into a T-pose, click the triggers, and boom. I have to say, right off the bat, this feeling is almost the same feeling I had when I first started playing VR. Something just really clicks in your brain when you're mirroring every movement with a virtual avatar. I think I can definitely fine-tune this to perform a lot better with better tracker placement and a better avatar. I wasn't expecting results like this first try, especially with the lack of secure straps for my waist sensor. I asked earlier if full body tracking is worth it. There's a lot of reasons people might want this. They might be dancers, which you see a lot of in VR chat. There's groups that do whole dance routines with their avatars. It's crazy. Believe me, I'm not a dancer, but I do love the technology behind virtual reality, and anything I can do that brings more immersion into games is always worth it to me. There's a weird uncanny feeling you get when you have this thing that's not you, mirroring your actions in real time. It's hard to explain until you try it. Use cases for full body is something I want to touch on now that we've shown it off. There isn't many games that support this, which might be a major downside to some people. VR chat is by far the best supported game, and you'll see why that is in just a moment when we look at another example. This other example I want to give is Blade and Sorcery. I just want to preface this by saying I have a grand total of 70 minutes playtime on Steam for this game, 40 minutes of which was spent trying to set up the trackers. I'm really bad, and I don't want my horrible performance to be a reflection on this incredible game. That being said, I'll leave you with a few clips of me trying out the old virtual legs in a physics combat simulator. Thanks for watching. No, I've got the same issue with my chest. Let me just see if a kick will work. Yeah, okay. It's too jank, man. It's too jank. It's not as intuitive as like the calibration in VR chat. I probably could spend a little bit longer setting it up, but I've already been so confused for ages now, so I can't see my chest as much. So again, it's a lot more jank than VR chat, but I think I can kick, so there should be a mirror somewhere. Yeah, that is janky as hell. So my feet are tracking, but it seems to be the hip one that's in the wrong place. Well, handsome guy though. We'll go learning 2 enemies at a time. Okay. I want to try some kicks. Ah, yeah, it does work. See, this was worth paying for full body tracking, just being able to fuck off. And you. Came to the wrong place, darling. I didn't even want to hit you with this, see? It's all about the legs. Shit, I lost where I am. Fucking hell, what are my shoes made out of? Fucking bricks or something. That's so cool that you can, if I was actually fighting them, you'd be able to like trip them over and stuff. Are you not entertained?